So, the collective. This is a big week. Everybody's been seeing it everywhere. It is a full moon in Aquarius. And this full moon in Aquarius is an odd one because it didn't square to Uranus. So it's odd times, right? At the most extreme. I mean, we're talking within 1 degree orb, meaning exact T-square tightness. That means Uranus and Taurus at 10 degrees, the sun in Leo at 11, the moon at 11 Aquarius. So that is a perfect T-square, 90 degree to 180 degrees. So of the opposition. But at the same time, we have the opposition of Mercury post Saturn. And we also have Mars square Jupiter. Mars in Aries square Jupiter in Capricorn. So that is a lot all to happen at once with the full moon. When it's a time about releasing, it's about releasing into a new world that's better for you, but you've got to ditch the things that aren't working in your life. Because there's an underlying feeling in your heart. This is Leo season, let's not forget. Because remember, as Christopher Witecki says, one of my best friends and the best astrologer I've ever worked with in my life, a full moon is a wolf in sheep's clothing. You get pulled into it, right? But it's not really emitting the light. It's a luminary, but the real illumination comes from the sun. So this is about the disconnect in your happiness, about people. And with Venus going to hit this north node here in the next 24 to 48 hours following this full moon, we've never seen a Venus north node after a retrograde of Venus in Gemini here. So this is something that is, and you know what, it's ironic in tarot, since we're doing a tarot love show, I want to see if Craig can guess this. What major arcana card does Gemini fully represent? Major arcana.
Temperance?
The Lover's card.
Ah. Why is that?
Because they're the only major arcana that truly are two people.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And the twin energy of coming together. So that's why twin flame energy actually comes from the idea of Gemini. And this could be kind of an ironic aspect about twin flame if we're going to kind of go there, because the sun is in Leo, because the moon isn't, full moon is in Aquarius. These are all signs that deal with love and connection. I mean, you can add Libra, but there's nothing happening in Libra, but there is a lot happening in Libra for the sense that this week Venus crosses the north node, the moon is going to come into Aries this weekend, and we're going to see Venus then come into Cancer. So we're going to see a lot of Capricorn, we're going to see a lot of Cancer with Venus here, and of course a lot of Mars and the moon in Aries. So the sign that's missing out is actually Libra, but it makes it be focused upon. And because we're in a fixed T-square on this full moon, meaning that the sun in Leo, the moon in Aquarius, square Uranus and Taurus, what's the opposite sign of Taurus? And that's squared by Leo and Aquarius is Scorpio. So it's Libra and Scorpio that in these massive T-squares this week are the signs that are getting hit, which is about love, relationships, and especially deep emotional intimacy and connection. So, could this really be the week that we've all been really waiting for to see? For some people, it's terrifying, like I said, to get on, especially those that are in relationships that aren't working. This is definitely where the time, I already said that you've been past the time, but it's like, when does it get to the point to where, yeah, you've had the oven on broil and then it's been smoking, and then when does it get to where it starts melting the oven, and then that starts melting the kitchen, and then that's the Uranian craziness, the laboratory experiment gone bad. So if we actually think, and I'm just going to kind of throw it out there about science right now, I don't know about these experiments going on, let's just say that, with science, because this is not good aspects with it. This is like, if you watch V is for Vendetta, he was a science experiment. So, and then the people that had to go through all that weird stuff during it, that didn't make it, and that was his whole vendetta. But I would say that movie's scary. It was meant to take place as in 2020, and exactly what's all happening right now. Same people who made The Matrix too. And they're on so much, it's not even funny. So, are you in a weird science experiment that's just not been working right, and how many times are you going to wait in relationships that don't work? But on the positive on this is about overcoming the fear of truly intimacy, about a better life, and connecting to what might seem crazy, what might seem divine too, and following that heart and finding that bliss. Because Venus in this North Node it's hard. The North Node's always a hard place for us to go. It's like, I'd rather be in the South Node, which is in Sag. I'd rather keep looking at all my options, or I'd rather keep believing in what? It's like, let's just get to the point and let's see the curiosity. Why do I feel like it feels twinsy, but I don't know, who knows? Or it feels like or this is where relationships that just somehow just naturally just come together in a weird way. It's very, very powerful, especially because the North and South Node this week moved to the 27th degree, which means we're in the nodes, which are the connection to this reality and to the other side, truly. Galactically, you only see this once every, I guess you could say it's once every, if we're doing a 19-year cycle, every, 9 point something years. But with the South Node being at the galactic center of Sag and the North Node being opposite at 27 degrees of Gemini, this is about a galactic moving away from where we came from and going to where we're going. Think of it that way. So if relationships are going where you're headed to in your life instead of you going backwards into where you've already been, that's a huge sign. Let's see what the collective says. I do gotta say, I think it was Kirsty who sent a deck from the UK. I got it for my birthday, and then there was another deck that I got, the TV deck, but I forgot to get the slip of the person's name, but I just want you to know I appreciate both of you so much. And I'll have that name. It's on my desk, literally. So, and then I forgot it out here. But I'm using both decks. I have them out. But I love both of them. The TV deck is really cool. And then, I'll be honest, like this Vampirist deck might be the most cool deck I've ever had in my life. This best gift I ever got. And then of course the Akaris deck, which was another gift that we use as well. So, appreciate it very much. We love using it on the show, and we just want to say thank you. Let's see what the collective has for the love this week. Woo, the 9 of Skulls. So this is the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, where are we not feeling our self-worth and the ability to manifest the beauty of the life that we want? I would say that this is definitely a card that we're going to have to kind of focus on. Do we feel disempowered in certain relationships? The ones that make us feel disempowered, we gotta let go of, right? It's a reversal. Or we're not feeling the beauty in ourselves, right? Sometimes when you can be in a relationship, and I don't know if this happens to you, Craig, but it could be like, oh my gosh, like, I look like hell. This relationship has made me look like hell, And then you look at yourself and you get out and you're like, man, I look much better now.
Yeah, the last relationship that I was in with the Aries, she wanted to keep me nice and fat and plump, and I was like, I feel like a fat piece of shit. And she was like, no, you're great. I'm like, no, literally I am. Voila. 50 pounds later, baby.
Woo! Woo! So I think that, you got to pay attention to that. The shadow of our challenge here is, triumph of lives or triumph of lies. There's many ways to look at it, but are we lying to ourselves, I would say, from this? And also, maybe are we dealing with, there's a song I love by I See Stars, and it's truly about, it's called Calm Snow. It's truly about the lies that we tell each other in relationships about things that aren't truly connected. And I would say that that's the challenge, is like, you just keep wearing the crown of the lie of what is disempowering and not creating the happiness and the value in the world that you want. Or overall, that what you got is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, the journey is over, or it has stopped you from being forward on the journey. Ooh. But you can take all this and go, yeah, this is an underlying theme, because there might be people out there like, I don't have love. What are you talking about? Well, for those that are in that sense, it's like, yeah, you're over this journey of like feeling like you can't have and telling yourself the lie that you can't have the most beautiful love. the way that we get through these lies, we got Mars. Wow, we got to take action. We got to take action against those lies and actually like go towards what we think the lie is and actually prove it to not be true. Show the true identity that the lie is false. And we have to take action. Like if we're not going to take action, if we're not going to take, it says force, but especially Mars and Aries square Jupiter, you're not going to open any doors if you don't take any action right now. None. Zero. You won't get nada. Nada.
Not up in here.
Not up in here. When it comes to that 9 of Pentacles in reverse, we did get, wow, the 3 of Pentacles in reversed. This is definitely saying that we're not building anything anymore. Like it was almost like a project that we're scrapping. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like, oh yeah, we're scrapping this. This is not working. And also if you're single, like it's like you're scrapping this whole trying to build the way that you think you're going to build a partnership or find somebody, but the way that you've been doing things in yourself, in the way you've been living your life, it's not working, and it has to go through a major change. And when it comes to that journey of the Knight of Pentacles stopped as it's in reversed, the Fool. I mean, like, look at this, the spiritual advice here is stop being dumb when everything has stopped, and don't look at the whole entire world and stopping as well, that's why this has stopped. No. Life is still going on. You know what I mean? Like, go look at your animals. Doesn't seem, they don't feel like anything's changed. So there, like you got to realize that this is us being blind to why are we stopping ourselves from the great love? Why are we holding on to positions, single or not single, that aren't working? There's going to have to be a lot of change through this. So the Astro Dice for the collective this week is the Mars, and Libra, and the 6th house. Yeah, I mean Mars in the 6th, or Mars already in Libra is a little difficult, but because of the fact that, it wants a partner for the reality. But if our identity, or we're being pushed into the reality that doesn't feel like it's harmonious or in alignment with the right person, we're going to have stress. We're going to feel like a mundane life. And we want to bring beauty to this mundane life by how we identify and who we identify with.
Yeah, I kind of equate it to even like the loss of inspiration. That could be a project. We've all experienced it in different ways, but that loss of inspiration, that can happen in a relationship. We don't get necessarily inspired to dress up anymore. We don't get inspired to maybe go on that extra walk, take that. We do get inspired to eat that extra donut. And it happens, but you have to kind of figure out what it is that you're trying to piece together. What is it, this relationship that you're trying to put together with this individual, or, this relationship with yourself. But you have to always have those open line of communications with yourself and with your partner to actually truly figure it out and to find that inspiration again, because it's inside of you always, but sometimes it's hard to see.